All right, hey guys, it's Mrs. Van Nullen. We're going to go over how to add and subtract numbers in scientific notation. Now, you're probably going to use this in a future science class when you're working with maybe how big a different cell part is or the wavelengths of energy or anything kind of like that. So this will be helpful to know how to do. All right, so a quick reminder before we get into this. We are going to be changing numbers today that are written in scientific notation. So there's a couple different ways that you can try to remember how to do this. So here's what my goal is. I want to change this number so it is not to the third power. I want it to be to the fourth power. And you're going to see why today. There are two ways to think about it. All right, here's the first way. Okay, right now it's 10 to the third. I want it to be 10 to the fourth. So I'm going to put a times 10 to the first. Okay, because I know with my laws of exponents, 10 to the third times 10 to the first is 10 to the fourth. Now, I can't just multiply a number by 10. If I do that, I need to divide this number by 10 too. So that way the multiplying and dividing cancel. Well, if I divide that by 10, it's the same as moving the decimal back one spot. And I end up with 0.45 times 10 to the fourth. So I just rewrote that number, so it's in scientific notation. Now, another way to think of it, and I showed you guys the shortcut way in another video, is you can, if I want this to be the fourth, I can add one here, change it to 10 to the fourth. And if I add one here, this number needs to get smaller because this one's getting bigger. This one needs to get smaller, so I'm going to move it back one, which is like dividing by 10. And I end up with 0.45 times 10 to the fourth. So kind of either way you do it, that's what you're going to end up with. All right, one more quick thing before we get into adding with scientific notation. I want to show you why this works first. So let's say I give you this sentence right here, 5 times a number. Okay, well, I don't know the number. I'm going to call it x. So that would be 5x. Okay, and then if I said 3 times that same number. Okay, well, 3 times that same number, it would have to be 3x. All right, so now what if I said to you guys, well, 5 times a number, all right, 5x, plus 3 times that same number would be 3x. You guys know these are like terms. You can combine them because they have the same variable here. So I can just add the coefficients or the number part and I end up with 8x. Now this is going to be very helpful when we learn how to add with scientific notation. All right, let's take a look at our first problem that is written in scientific notation. So we have two numbers, 4.2 times 10 squared plus 3.5 times 10 squared. We want to add these together. Now before I show you how to do it in scientific notation, I'm going to show you why it works. And it kind of relates to that last slide. So if you guys look at this, do you guys notice that I'm taking two numbers and I'm timesing it by the same thing? So since that's the same thing, 10 squared, I'm just going to call that x. So I have 4.2 times x plus here, now I took my other number, 3.5 times the same thing. So I'm just calling it x. Now, if I asked you guys to combine these, you could. 4.2 plus 3.5. Just a quick reminder, you have to line up your decimals when you're adding. I end up with 7.7x. Now, think about what did that x really stand for? Well, it was 10 squared, right? So I'm just going to rewrite this as 7.7 times 10 squared. I just added two numbers in scientific notation. So here's kind of the key points from that. You want these two numbers to be the same. You want to have the same power of 10 here. If you do have the same power of 10, you're able to just add the number parts, okay, like I did here. So since I had the same power of 10, I just called that x here, I could add those two together, and then I could keep my exponent part. So let me show you again on another one of those. All right, this time we have a subtraction one. Now, the cool thing is, and this is going to work, if you have the same power of 10 here, I have 10 to the 5th, 10 to the 5th. The nice thing about that is then you can just take the number parts and do the operation. So I can take 3.6, this time it's subtraction, I can take away 1.2. Make sure you line up your decimals when you do this. 6 minus 2 is 4, 3 minus 1 is 2. I end up with 2.4, and then times, you can just keep your power of 10 times 10 to the 5th. And this number is in scientific notation, so I completed it correctly. All right, now let's say you wanted to check to see that you did this right. So I took this number, 3.6 times 10 to the 5th, and I'm going to change it back to standard form. So this 5 tells me I'm going to move my decimal over 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I get 360,000. I wrote that right here. Okay, here, again, I'm going to move the decimal over 5 spots, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I get 120,000. Now, if I subtract that, I already kind of did the work for you, you end up with 240,000. Now, I'm going to change that back to scientific notation. So I'm going to move my decimal 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 spots. Now that's a number between 1 and 10, so it's 2.4 times 10 to the 5th. And good news, that's what I got up here. So that just kind of confirms that we did do it correctly. All right, so it's pretty easy to do if you have the same power of 10. Now, but look at this problem here. I have 3.5 times 10 to the 8th plus 2.4 times 10 to the 7th. Now, these are not the same power of 10. In order to add or subtract, we need to have the same power of 10. So that's why I showed you at the beginning of the video how to change a number so it's the same power. So I usually try to change the one that is smaller to the one that is bigger. So if you guys notice right here, 10 to the 7th, I want that to be 10 to the 8th. I just want these exponents to be the same. So again, I usually like changing the smaller one so it matches up with the bigger one. So think about, I want that to be 10 to the 8th. So I'm going to add 1 here. I need to make this number bigger. Then if I do that, I need to make this 1 power of 10 smaller. So my new number, so I just move that over, is 0.24 times 10 to the 8th. Okay, now, plus I still have my 3.5 times 10 to the 8th. Now these are both still the same numbers. This number did not change, just another way to write it. Okay, now you guys might notice I do have the same power of 10 times 10 to the 8th times 10 to the 8th. So all I need to do is add my two numbers up here. So I have 3.5 plus 0.24. Make sure you line the decimals up. You can put 0 here, 0 here. Go ahead and add. That's 4, that's 7, that's 3. I end up with 3.74 times 10 to the, I can keep that 8 there, times 10 to the 8th. That number's in scientific notation, so I am good to go. All right, let's try another one that has some negative exponents. So this time I have 3.5 times 10 to the negative 2 minus 6.6 times 10 to the negative 3. All right, so first thing I notice is these do not have the same exponent. I need them to have the same exponent. So I like to think about which one's actually bigger. Well, 10 to the negative 2 is bigger than 10 to the negative 3, right? Remember, smaller exponents are actually bigger. So I want to change this one so it's a negative 2. So if I add 1 here, that would give me a negative 10 to the negative 2. Now if I add 1 here, I need to make this divide by 10. I need to make it smaller. So I end up with 0.66 times 10 to the negative 2. Okay, and then I'm going to rewrite my other part. So then I still have 3.5 times 10 to the negative 2. Okay, so now I am going to subtract. I have 3.5 minus 0.66. Okay, I'm going to put a 0 here. I need to borrow. 10 minus 6 is 4. I need to borrow again. 14 minus 6 is 8. And then 2.84. So I end up with 2.84 times 10 to the negative 2. And there is my final answer in scientific notation. All right, let's take a look at a word problem. So this one says the mass of a cell is 9.99 times 10 to the negative 11th kilograms. Another cell has a mass of 4.9 times 10 to the negative 13 kilograms. I want to know what is the total mass of those two cells. So total means add. So I'm going to write an addition problem. So I have 9.99 times 10 to the negative 11th plus the other cell is 4.95 times 10 to the negative 13th. All right, so first thing I notice is that these two have different powers of 10 back here. I need to get them to be the same. So again, I like doing the smaller one, trying to get it to the bigger one. So to get this one to negative 11, I need to add 2. Or basically, I'm timesing by 2 powers of 10. So here I need to divide or move the decimal back twice to make it smaller. Remember, this one got bigger. This needs to get smaller. So I end up with 9.99 times 10 to the negative 11th. That one doesn't change. Okay, plus my other one is now 0.0495 times 10 to the negative 11th. All right, so good news. They both have the same exponent. So now I can just add them together. So I'm going to come down here, and I'm going to add 9.99 plus 0.0495 and see what I get. Okay, I'm going to add some zeros here. I get 5, I get 9, I get 13, carry my 1, I get 10, carry my 1, I get 10. So I get 10.0395 times 10 to the negative 11th power. Now, a lot of people will just kind of go with that answer and be like, I'm done. But if you take a look at this number is not in scientific notation because this first part of the number needs to be between 1 and 10. It's a little bit over 10. So I need to change that so it is in scientific notation, and we've been working on this, so hopefully you're feeling okay on it. So I'm going to move the decimal back 1. So really it's like I just divided by 10. So if I just divided this by 10 to get that number smaller, I need to multiply this by 10, right? Or add 1 up here. So negative 11 plus 1 gives me 10 to the negative 10th power, and then I end up with 1.00395 times 10 to the negative 10th power. And there would be my final answer. All right, so after watching that video, here are some key points when you're adding and subtracting. First one, you must have the same power of 10 to be able to add and subtract in scientific notation. So make sure you get them to be the same power of 10. That's super important. All right, next one, make sure you rewrite numbers so they have the same power of 10. And then finally, in the end, check to make sure your final answer is in scientific notation. So again, I just have one written here. Changed it so it was the same power of 10, added it together, and then your last step, always check to see if it's in scientific notation. This one is not, so then remember, I made that one smaller. I need to make that one bigger, so I end up with 1.0799 times 10 to the 7th. All right, if you have any questions, please see your teacher and reach out to them so they can help you.